Now I want to pitch it over to meteorologist Ben Dornbach talking about how cold it's going to be tonight and how kind of frost goes around here.
That's right, Kendra. The growing season for farmers is oftentimes started by the final freeze of the season, and it's been a little while since we've had temperatures at or below 32 degrees. Now, we have records of when our final freeze was each year. If we take a look at the graphic here that says the upstate and mountains earliest and latest final freeze dates, the earliest in the upstate at GSP ever was back in 1945, where the final freeze of the season was February 9th. For the mountains, it was March 11th, which was just 8 years ago, set back in 2012. The latest, on the other hand, is May 10th, and that was all the way back in 1906 for the upstate, and May 18th for the mountains, set back in 1973. And here's where we stand right now in the year 2020. The last time we hit 32 or below in the upstate was on March 1st, when we hit a low of 23 degrees. For the mountains, it was just a little bit after that. March 9th is when we hit 29 degrees. So if we don't get below freezing, which is likely not going to happen here in the upstate, it's likely going to end up being a little bit on the earlier side for the start of the growing season. But there's still that chance that we get temperatures at or below freezing before the end of the season, which usually averages around the time of April. So it's interesting to see these trends, but in the meantime, if you do have outdoor plants and vegetation that might be sensitive to cold, it's best to cover them up or bring them inside, especially where those frost advisories are in effect, where the growing season has indeed begun in those foothill areas of western North Carolina. A reminder, for any other information regarding weather updates or our weather blog, you can go to foxcarolina.com by clicking on the weather tab. Cody?